want to talk to you about Washington. You flew out there for James DeGale's defense against Porky Medina. Before I talk about the fight, you picked on it just then that the atmosphere wasn't that good. But what do you make of the whole model? Because there was no fight from Washington fighting in there. So, what do you make of that? Because you normally target a fighter in this city and put him there. You get
basically, the problem is in American boxing is of the revenue for the fight, probably 90% or 80%, somewhere in that range, is TV money, and 10% or 20% is gate. So with us, it's probably 30% TV revenue, 70% gate. So in order to make money, in order to survive as a business, we have to put bums on seats. So obviously, first off, you're a lot hungrier. Secondly, in my opinion, in order to create a great TV product, you have to create energy and atmosphere in the arena. And you don't do that by giving away free tickets, because you're giving them tickets away to people who have no idea why they are there or who the people are there watching. This stems down from fighters being built in their hometowns. Not, you can't just come in. It's not like me coming in and saying, right, I'm going to now do the same show in Washington and sell 8,000. If I did that show, yeah, I reckon I could sell 3,000 or 4,000 tickets. But it's a problem that is ingrained from, not from the grassroots, but from way back. These fighters have to be built in their hometown. I mean, I love it when I see things like Deontay Wilder boxing in Alabama, or Terence Crawford boxing in Omaha. You see the passion. You've been to the show, Leeds, Glasgow, Liverpool, Hull. But it means something to these people. All these guys in the crowd, they don't even know who's fighting. So how can you stand on your chair, screaming and shouting, making noise and showing the passion? You can't. But they have to be your people, your fighter. So, and the only way you do that is to get your people. How do you? America's a totally different market with different states like different countries. So how do you get a guy from Omaha like Terence Crawford? How do you get people from California passionate about that guy? Very difficult job. So what you do is you build it. You never see American fans travelling, do you? You never see, like, if Crawford's fighting in California, you never see 1,000 people from Omaha getting on a plane. You would do if it was Britain. Ricky Burns boxed in London. They'd get on a plane, 300 or 400, 500 of them, and come down and watch him fight. But it's just a different mentality. But it's not something that can be fixed overnight. But people have got to be hungry to sell tickets. At the moment, people have been spoilt over the past by TV revenues in America. That's all going to change. Now it's getting horribly tough out there. In fact, American boxing's about to go through a real bad spell. But that means whenever you go through a bad spell, in any depression, in any market that all of a sudden decides to weaken, you have to work twice as hard. And that's what the promoters have got to do, and I don't believe they're working hard enough.
Okay, interesting. James DeGale, what did you make of that? Because everyone expected him to do a job on Medina. And he really...
Couple of things. I think it's hard to get up for a fight like that, which is no excuse. Medina boxed well for him, and I think he had a great camp, and he was surprisingly strong on the night. And it was flat. Do you know what I mean? So and everyone's talking about unification. So all those things. I don't feel like it was a bad performance. I thought it was a bit sloppy, but I don't think he was really switched on because he knew what he was in with. He didn't really feel threatened in the fight. So therefore, you see him sitting on the ropes taking silly shots, but he's just sort of playing around, which I thought it was a close fight. I thought it was probably 3 rounds, something like that, but good fight. And like the Badou Jack fight was a good fight, but I don't think it did wonders for the unification, because you've got James, winning a fight he should have won easier, and you've got Badou Jack drawing, even though he should have won the fight. So on the grand scheme of things, I don't think it was perfect.
Sorry, I want to go back to the James DeGale stuff. Is everything all right between you guys?
Yeah, good. I mean, look, we had a little fallout about anti-Joshua tickets, believe it or not. I couldn't quite get him the tickets that he wanted. But look, James DeGale's working with Al Heyman, he's working with me. Since that move, my responsibilities and obligations are less. So we're probably not as close as we once were. I like him, we're good friends, but I feel as though he's made some it's difficult to say bad decisions, because he got paid well for the Bute fight. So I don't know, I just feel like he could have been built over here into a pay-per-view fighter, and he would have been making much more money. But maybe we can still make that happen.
He said that he's never had a contract with you. I think he spoke to Declan.
He had a 3-fight contract with me, and then when he joined our Heyman, we signed a new 3-fight contract. So we have 1 fight left on that contract.
Okay.
So I don't think, no disrespect to James, but I don't necessarily think James always, knows some of the things that are decided by his team.
Okay.
But we have 1 fight left on the agreement, and I'm excited to be involved in the Badou Jack fight. Once again, I like James DeGale personally. I think he's a great fighter, but my role now is I'll do whatever you want me to do. If you want me to fly in on the Thursday or Friday and pitch up and bring Sky Sports on board, I'll do that. If you want me to do the show for you, I'll do that for you.
Of course.
But everyone's got to get paid, including me. And if you're going to make the decision to filter down my role into Boxing America, you can't expect my full attention at the same time. So it works in roundabouts.
Hey Fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with 1 click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.